All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Master Chen.
I'm Zenify.
I'm Vic.
And you are either watching or listening to, this week, Greynoise. All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 185 of Greynoise, the podcast where tonight we will definitely be talking about information security or lack of it. We are here on Friday night. It is shortly after 7:30, so we are here at the Sin Shop, 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada, where we have all of your hackerspace needs because this is the Las Vegas Valley Hackerspace. Go to synshop.org for information on what we do here, laser cutting, 3D printing, woodworking in the back, ShopBot, all this stuff that we've got going on. It's all there. Go to meetup.com/synshop for our upcoming classes. Lockpick night is coming up in about 2 weeks. I'm just starting to say that now so we can start to promote that.
I think it's 3 weeks.
It's 3 weeks? I'm trying to be better at this. Okay. And thank you for that, Zenify. And go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.SE for information on us. Now, before we go into any more detail, I want to start this off from the beginning. We have a Discord channel. You should be on that Discord channel under the live stream. It's a Discord server with channels on it, right? Yeah. Okay, get to our Discord server and join our live stream channel so you can talk to us while we're doing the show. And then, of course, we do the show, for the whole, or we do the chatting thing for the whole week. I haven't even finished my scotch, and I'm already tripping over my words. So how's everybody doing this week?
Good. It was good. It was a busy week.
Right. And I'm sure you guys got snow. Did everybody get snow?
Oh, yeah. We got a little bit of snow.
Yeah.
We got a lot of snow.
Yeah, and the last time it snowed like this was what, a decade ago?
2008,
right?
2007.
Was it 7? I thought it was 2008.
2008, 2007.
Yeah, I think it was 2008.
Yeah,
we got to fact check on 2009. I think it was 2008, and I know this is a weird way to think about it, but I remember my life timelines are based on ex-girlfriends. So that's how I know that this was 2008. It was the last snow. I know. Okay. Weird story.
It's who you were making a snowman with.
Exactly. It's very. But I will say, if you look at the forecast, starting next week, we're back in the 60s.
Yeah.
So I think
weird.
This was the last snow. I think.
I remember the last snow day so well because Mindless, who does our graphics, him and I were at his place. And he was supposed to be getting a brand new guitar that day, delivered by UPS, and it wasn't delivered by UPS. And we were very much contemplating going out to get that guitar. We didn't.
Good. Yeah. I'm guessing you don't have any snow chains or snow tires.
No, and I was driving a very old beater at the time.
Okay.
So.
Well, yeah. Good job.
So it was not fulfilled.
No. Actually, they sent.
You only had to wait a day later, right?
No, they sent the guitar back, and so we had to wait another week to get it.
Holy crap! Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Everybody
has memories for the snow days. Oh, and by the way, the schools here in Vegas, they had no school today, but they were off by a day. It was off by one error because.
So at first when they said they weren't canceling school yesterday when there was a lot of
snow,
but today they're like, yeah, let's cancel school. I was on the side of they're idiots. Why would they do that? But I learned they canceled it because of the school buses.
Right.
Because they couldn't drive on the icy slush. While
Yeah.
they could drive on snow when it was actually hard, like packed snow, they can't drive on slushy, watery ice.
Yeah, it could be ice, black ice even.
So they canceled for that reason.
It sounds like the sales team telling you what the engineering team told them.
Yeah.
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 Exactly. In any case, yeah, it was an off by one error. So I had to actually, so this is the second time this week where I had to scrape the ice off my windshield. And since I don't have like a proper scraper, I was using a spatula.
So
What?
it's almost like you're living in Minnesota or something.
Kind of. I was like, maybe I don't,
They have ice scrapers.
Yeah. If I have to do this once a decade, it's probably better than doing it every year for months at a time.
Dude, some people have to do it every day.
I know.
Like,
So
no.
I love the snow. I don't want to say that I'm glad it's gone, but I am a little bit weary when I have to drive in it because, yeah, being Vegas born, I know I suck at driving in weird weather conditions that aren't hot.
I also know everybody else sucks at driving.
Well, yeah, that's
That
the
too.
problem is everybody else is they don't slow
Well,
down.
nobody knows how, yeah.
I'm the everybody else that you
yeah,
were
just-
referring
yeah,
to.
yeah.
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 I've never actually had to, like, so like the contractor trucks that drive around and they have on the back of their truck that says something like, how's my driving? And it has their ID
And the number, right.
I've never had to use that before. I did yesterday.
Wow.
Really? Was that bad?
There was some contractor driving for a risk management company that I looked up,
Okay.
and he was swerving in and out so bad and literally flipping people off. I was like, wrote down that number, sent the company an email. I've never had to do that. I kind of felt slightly like a dick, but then I'm like, that dude was extremely
That sounds like you were
reckless.
justified.
Yeah,
That
he
sounds
was
like you were
very
justified. So.
Yeah, it was annoying.
See, that's what you need a dash cam for. You could have sent
Well,
him
he
some
had-
footage.
I have a dash cam, yeah.
Did you send him some footage?
Yeah.
Oh, you
yeah.
did?
Yeah, I pulled
Wow,
it.
wow,
Oh, yeah.
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 I was gonna say, like Zenify,
Yeah.
and for those of you who don't know,
Can we put that in as a
As a link dump?
as an after on the podcast?
oh yeah, you should
I
include
mean, I
the video.
probably could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give us the video. We'll share the footage. No, but Zenify is the most prepared person I've ever met.
Try to be.
I know, I swear. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he has like painter's tape in his cargo pants. I'm just saying.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's an accusation right there, man.
No, I'm
you
just-
have painter's tape in your cargo pants.
No, I'm
So, like,
I'm just saying he's very prepared for.
I don't think it was
anything.
with you, but I think it was with one of our coworkers when Chen and I worked at the same company. We were running cable, and you know how sometimes when you have to run cable where there's already existing cable, you have to lube up the cable.
Some days, yeah.
Yeah, some days. Well, he pulled out the cable, and he's like getting it ready, and I pulled out some black latex gloves, and he's like, why did you just have those in your pocket for this? I was like, this wasn't even scheduled today. I'm like, I just have them on me. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like a weird episode of Dexter
Yeah.
where he just has
he
you need the
said,
garbage bags and the.
the colleague said, he's like, are you here to officiate a UFC match? What are you doing?
Oh man, yeah.
It was funny.
That's funny.
So let's see. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. It was about the shop. Oh, we have our spring soiree coming.
Oh, yeah,
up.
yeah.
Now we've kind of officially announced it today, at least on Meetup, right? Zenify?
I think I saved it as a draft, but we are announcing it.
So now, normally, for those of you who are attendees of the shop, you know that we do like an annual Halloween party. And unfortunately, because I'm great at coordinating events, that's usually the only party we throw for the year. And we're trying to be better at that. So we'd like to throw one maybe every quarter. But let's start with the basics. We're going to still have the Halloween party. Maybe we'll do a Christmas party. We're definitely doing the spring soiree.
Yeah,
So.
we kind of just want to throw like, a little. I mean, we already used the word soiree, so I might as well say shindig.
More community, yeah.
We wanted to. We just want to like kind of bring the Sin Shop community together, and so we're gonna do it on a board meeting day. So everyone's welcome down. It's an open forum, so you're welcome to come down for the Sin Shop board meeting, and then right afterwards, we're just gonna kick it off with a bunch of food and hanging out.
Cool.
And actually,
That's in April, by the way.
Yeah, it's going to be April the
6th, I think,
the first Saturday of the month. Now, Vic, as an attendee of my past community events here, would you rather have a barbecue, or do you care if there's pizza? Like, do you care how the food is brought?
No,
Perfect.
I
Food
don't
is
care.
there's our answer.
Yeah, I'd rather like we have games. We put games up and have everybody just kind of hang out.
I started a Trello board with Chen to
Yeah.
try and figure out what we're gonna do, and then I have in there like,
oh my God.
make a poll question mark.
I'm telling you, man, most
yeah.
prepared hacker I've ever known.
Oh my God. We started a Trello board to figure out what we're going to do for a
Yeah,
party.
yeah.
Well,
like,
so
put
I'm
in a
trying to
ticket.
coordinate like food and snacks because I don't want it to like the month to come and then we're just like,
So,
Dude, you don't know how I operate. Like
Yeah.
the day of, right?
I got to go buy some stuff. We're having that Science is Everywhere.
yeah, at the end of the month.
At the end
Yeah,
of the-
so
That's
hope,
at the
I
end of
kind of
April,
hope
or-
we'll have. I don't know if we'll have like flyers or marketing for that by then, but if we do, I definitely want to promote it during that event just to hopefully bring in even more traffic at the end of the month.
Right. That's one. I always like that event. I think it's one of the
I love
best
it.
events we put on.
It's amazing.
Everybody that shows up, the shop likes it. Yeah, I think we should talk more about that. And
Oh,
put a little bit of a
definitely.
plan together.
Yeah, I we should actually probably set it up so on this podcast almost every week we're promoting it up until we've I think concurrently every year we've had more attendance than the year previous.
Yeah, we had 200 this last time.
Yeah.
So Science is Everywhere. Okay, so it's done here, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
And
yeah.
it's done over the weekend. So
It's done on a
okay,
Sunday.
I
End
know
of
I
the
haven't discussed it with any of the other hosts, but would you guys be interested in maybe doing a show from the event?
That would be very hard. There is a
okay,
lot
I
of
don't
foot
know, right?
traffic and it's very loud.
Okay, because I've never been there.
there's
We
a-
have we have the discs going off back there, the Tesla coil.
no,
Yeah, we got fire that dances to music.
Yeah.
Tesla
I
coil.
forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff that's going on during that time.
Hey, okay, that's cool. Maybe we could do like a walk around thing.
We
or-
could have our
I don't
own
know,
little
we could
section
Figure something out.
and we could talk about.
I just figured it might be an opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, we could definitely think of something to do during doing a full blown show. Probably not.
No, that's fair. That's a fair.
And usually I'm walking around and I'm taking like B-roll footage because we usually put up a video every year. And McNutt wouldn't be able to run production because he controls the robot outside.
You know, you should just put the camera on the robot.
what about a
Oh,
time
I
lapse
should
video?
put the GoPro on the.
Yeah. Oh yeah, put it on the camera.
Well, I have
Or
two
put on
GoPros, so I'll put one for time lapse and one on the robot.
Yeah, you can totally make this like a
'cause
production.
The kids love that robot and they don't know who's controlling it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Because he hides.
That's where
behind the
McNutt was
window.
like fucking with the kid. Well, not fucking. Well, okay, hold on. Let me back up. Yeah.
We'll get to that
we're
YouTube
talking, we're
subject
talking
later.
about YouTube in a second. No, but what I'm saying is, like, so if I remember correctly, well, actually, McNutt did that at the Mini Maker Fair too, right?
Yeah.
So he had the PDP-11 robot, and
Yeah.
he's got the remote control kind of behind his back, and just messing with the kids, and the kids think it's like an autonomous robot, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh man, and they're trying to wave their hands in front of the eyes of the robot, and they're trying to figure out what makes it tick and everything. Oh, that's one of my favorite things to watch at the Maker Fair. But anyway, Science is Everywhere. What was the date again?
I think it's going to be the 28th.
April
that's
28th.
right.
Thank you for
I was
the
gonna
fact
say
check.
30th, but thank you.
Okay, April 28th. So we will be definitely pushing that. We got 2 months.
Oh
We got 2
yeah,
months to push
and
it.
it'll obviously it'll be fantastic like it is every year. It's seriously a great time for just kids and high schools and just everybody of all ages just to come down
Yep.
and have their hair stand up by the Tesla coil. Someone here.
Yeah, and I'm sure they love the ring launcher too. We got so much stuff there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did remember what I wanted to talk about, and it seems like this is happening earlier and earlier every year. You guys can let me know if I'm wrong or not. But con season is upon us. How do I know? I just submitted my call for paper equivalent for becoming a B-Sides Proving Grounds mentor. So it's here. You better be, if you want to Zenify with me, we got to apply for press. We've got,
Oh yeah, I
got-
think I'll definitely be able to go this year. I haven't really been able to attend the last couple of years, but
Right, and I hope to see you there, man, because you do some great work when it comes to just being there, actual press.
Yeah.
Because what I do when I'm press, I take people of interest into the press room. We have a conversation. I record the conversation. There's audio. But when Zenify goes, it's a full production with video and tripods, and you do a lot
sound
more.
like boom
Yeah,
mic.
yeah.
I try and make it somewhat quality, and we still to this day get a lot of comments on those
on
videos.
those
we
past
posted,
videos, yeah.
especially the McAfee one.
Well,
That was pretty good capture, that McAfee one.
Yeah.
Well, he was being himself that day.
He was definitely being himself that day. And the funny part was it was I think it was in 2015 we did that. It was coming up to the presidential election where he was running.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
It was It was weird.
You know what? We should probably link down to that. Video there.
And it was done in a strip club, which is even more hilarious.
It was in the Hustler strip.
Yeah,
club.
it was in the
yeah,
Hustler
they
strip
had,
club.
they
Yeah.
had a party there.
Yeah.
And
I remember
you
that
got
day.
some shit, right?
Yeah, I got some shit from the bodyguard because I was literally bringing in camera equipment, and they go, "Okay, we're gonna allow you to bring this in. If we see you turn the camera right towards the showroom, you're gonna lose the camera." And I'm like, "Okay, we're not gonna move it towards the right. We're gonna just keep it right on McAfee." Yeah, it was intimidating.
Of course, dude.
Well, it was pretty good that they worked with you.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they
I
said,
mean,
if you follow our rules, we'll let you do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, con season is upon us. I still have some research to work on. And actually, I'd like to maybe ask you guys some questions. I've asked some other people in the community to maybe help me out here. CAPTCHA. Do you guys know how to defeat that at all?
Not interested.
Not interested?
No.
Yeah, I never really.
Really? I thought that'd be something you maybe want to.
Why are
figure out
you
how to-
so interested in it?
Just because it's getting in the way of my automation.
Oh, yeah, the only time I ever run up against CAPTCHA anymore is if I'm on tour.
Really?
Like automation for web scraping, or
Yeah. So I've been for this particular site that I want to scrape off of. I met with CAPTCHA when it comes to the query that I want to make. So
you know why they make those things, right?
I know for automation. They're trying to defeat exactly what I'm doing. I know that. I get it.
They're pretty successful at it. That's why they're.
Well, do you get a couple of queries before you get kicked or what?
No, it's right off the bat.
The very first one.
It's like it's their policy though, whether you're coming from a Tor node or not. Like it's just here. You want this information? Enter this CAPTCHA.
A thing I'm curious about with CAPTCHAs, so because you mentioned Tor, whenever I've come across CAPTCHA through Tor, it seriously takes me like 10 to 20 tries, successful tries, because I'm not.
Because you can
not a
click on the
robot.
road sign. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what a bus is.
And you're helping the machines learn it too.
Why does it take so many tries over like the Tor network when I still am looking like I'm coming from Chicago or somewhere?
Well, because all those nodes are known, and Cloudflare marks those, and other sites do as well. Anyone that has like a protection, it provides protection like Cloudflare, they're going to have all those nodes known. And so it's coming in from that.
So they do an extra set of flags, or they just go, well, these guys are tech people, so
nobody is DOS attacking anyone from Tor.
yeah,
That's a fact.
yeah.
Well, you might be, command and control from there, but you're not.
Yeah, you're initiating the botnet command, but the botnets are not going through Tor to carry out the command.
Right.
Yeah.
So why they do this is, somebody made a decision.
Yeah.
And said,
'Cause I
"Oh,
just
we should do this," and there's no real reason for it.
It just strikes me as odd where, just a normal connection, you could finish the CAPTCHA one try, maybe even less than one try. Sometimes you just click I'm not a robot and it lets you go through without any of the machine learning bits. But
I've always wondered about that. Like, oh, that's easy. You could probably turn that into a macro of some sort.
yeah.
But
If
anyway,
you know the page, you could just like pixel dot it and go, it's going to be.
well, so the when you try to scrape sites like that from like links or any sort of text-based, curl, wget or whatever, I've noticed the URL is not parameter specific. Like, so if you're filling out a form, let's say, right, and then when you hit the submit key, it'll send the URL. And I know this is part of a security feature, but in some sites, the next page will show the URL with all these query keywords, right? Like Q equals query, N equals name, or whatever the parameters may be.
Yeah.
But I noticed that for this particular site that I'm working on, even when you hit submit or whatever, the only thing that's shown in the URL is like blah blah blah.asp or blah blah blah.aspx, and there's no indicator of anything that I could scrape in a text-based browser.
Have you looked at their mobile site?
No, thank you very much.
Because I scrape a weather site that can only be scraped from
Mobile not.
Interesting.
And this is why we have these conversations. One, good scotch, and
That's
two,
true.
I just have questions get answered on
Sometimes,
the show.
and I don't know if it's just on the website's page or whoever is using CAPTCHA, if they screw up the code when they put in the CAPTCHA, but I use NoScript in my Firefox. It's an
Right.
add-on that
Yep.
just blocks all JavaScript and stuff
Yep.
like that. It blocks no CAPTCHA or reCAPTCHA. And sometimes when I've loaded a page and I go, oh, it has a CAPTCHA, I have to go, temporarily allow it through NoScript. It'll just let me in right afterwards without actually doing the reCAPTCHA. So
I love you guys.
That's kind of a weird, but that's only with specific sites. Sometimes
I'll
that's
try
what I'm
it
saying
out.
is I don't know if they've screwed up how they implemented their CAPTCHA and it just redirects after any sort of confirmation refresh. I don't know because I never actually hit the CAPTCHA because it's hidden until I temporarily allow it through NoScript, and then once it shows up, it just lets me.
Sounds like the fact that your browser isn't rendering the script is what's triggering that. And so it's actually triggering the CAPTCHA because your browser isn't responding with the correct response.
Okay.
And so you block origin allows you to be able to say it has a lot more granular controller than just blocking every script. And I find it works a little bit better and it doesn't trip off those CAPTCHA as much.
I do use uBlock Origin as well.
Okay.
I use uBlock Origin, Privacy Badger, NoScript. Really overkill. It's really annoying when I have to
read the
Most prepared hacker.
read the best practice on uBlock Origin,
Okay.
and they'll actually talk about it.
You know what's funny? So I don't know how to code that well. I've done some, but I was watching just a coding tutorial. It was actually a live stream where I watched coders on Twitch, and they actually said the number one best thing you could do when you're learning or just when you're programming in general is read the documentation.
Yep.
And I was like,
Wait, the documentation of the language?
yeah, of the language or
Yeah,
just
okay.
of the of the module or the package.
Yeah, okay.
Like
Yep.
just read the whole documentation and it'll be good. Don't skim through it. Just read the fucking thing. And I'm like, oh shit, you know what?
Are you telling us that we should RTFM?
yeah.
MM.
And
Oh, speaking of which, I think I know why Doxy's not here today. Okay.
It was laundry day.
Doxy, yeah,
Yeah.
it was laundry day. So for those of you who, and I swear to God, this is gonna be a thing of 2019. Okay, Doxy's not here today because I don't think he actually wants to wear that shirt anymore. And for those of you who don't know, Zenify for Christmas got Doxy a shirt that says "I dry heat" or
No,
"cheese makes me
yeah,
dry
tre-
heat," right?
yeah.
And it shows a picture of a cut of Swiss cheese. And he drunkenly made a bet with himself, with us as the witness, that he will wear that every Friday for a year.
I still have to. So I was working on the video of
We wanna do that,
when
right?
we made the bet, and then him wearing the shirt a couple
And then
times,
me freaking out when
and
I
then
thought
you freaking out.
okay,
Yeah. And during that video, I guess because I was actually running production that day, so I was too focused on that, and I don't actually recall. We didn't make the bet with him. He literally made the bet with himself.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And then it just so happened that it was said, hey, if you lose the bet, you should dye your hair. It wasn't on us at all. And he just started agreeing with it. And I'm just like, I can't believe he did this all on his own.
Yeah.
I was
Just
like,
talked himself right through it.
he
huh?
taught
So,
just the whole thing.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
So you guys just like rubber duckied him right into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, he did it to himself.
We didn't have to do anything. And I'm just like, what?
It's like a weird dumb buffer overflow.
Yeah.
It's a doxy buffer overflow.
Yeah, exactly. It
was amazing.
So hashtag lime green. Because last time he lost a bet, he had to dye his hair lemon or like yellow colored.
Yeah.
So if he goes lime green, we're gonna start calling him Sprite. In any case, I think that's why he's not here. Is because
He doesn't want to wear the
he
shirt
doesn't want to
anymore.
wear the
Yeah.
shirt. He's avoiding it. So I think out of 52 weeks of 2019, we should keep count. I think he's only going to show up for maybe half of that, so 26 weeks.
Man, we should have really talked into the bet. Like, if he wasn't here for a certain percentage of the weeks.
Oh
loses.
yeah,
Oh,
really
Oh yeah,
fucking-
would you just add it on at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's running this into 2020. It looks like.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
yeah.
Got to complete the bet.
Oh man,
It'd be great.
I'm waiting, and I think I'm waiting. I was gonna say something. But
Honestly, I think he's gonna make it. I think he's
Really?
gonna.
You think so?
I think he's gonna do the whole thing.
Okay, I will say one thing about Doxy that I love and admire about him is that he does follow through with what he's gonna say. So even when he lost the first bet, he did dye his hair.
He
Like,
is an
yeah, he did.
extraordinarily lazy person. He'll admit to this. I'm not talking shit. If he was here today, he would say the exact same thing. But when he has determination, fucker's determined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's the same one who will talk himself while drunk, talk himself into a 6-hour hike the next day, and then hate himself for it, but he'll still do it.
But he goes and does it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good on you, Doxy.
That's good commitment there, buddy.
I think we'll see you next week.
Yeah, he should be here next week.
Okay. All right. All right. So let's finally get down to some news, shall we?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So there's a couple of things now. Of course, I think the first one that I'd like to talk about is the YouTube problem from this week.
Oh boy.
Yes. So I first heard about this story through Philip DeFranco. I do watch him. He's a really good news source, and I know he's starting a news company. And
Is he? I thought he already did.
Well, he did start a news company, and like it's interesting to see it build up. Like it's interesting to see the development of the way he's branding the company.
Yeah.
But in any case, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was just gonna be talking about Phil.
Okay. Well,
yeah. Just
so he was one who, at least that's how I learned about the story. Was you got ice? Oh, okay. No, because but for overflow attack. So with YouTube, right? There's a story going around that there are like 400 channels that have been banned or at least demonetized and kind of deleted. Actually, here is what the story's saying, because of child predators.
Okay.
And what the story and the way I understand it is, these could be videos of just kids doing gymnastics or children doing kid things or whatnot. But the problem is, and I don't know, I think some of the videos are made purposefully to do certain things, and maybe some are just innocent videos of kids doing things, right?
Yeah.
Normal everyday things, like a home video. But it's the comment section that is really, really creepy.
And toxic, yeah.
It's toxic, creepy, just all around disgusting. Because there are these people, these predators that are showing like time codes of, when in the video these kids are maybe in a compromising position or a suggestive, thing. And so it's just weird.
But not only are they doing that, but this, what's being called on the internet is a pedophile ring. They have a secret, like, translation among themselves where they're actually linking in the comment section of these videos to other videos or other portions of just the general web.
Oh, so it's just like a web of videos within YouTube that are otherwise...
But not just YouTube, though. They're linking them outside of YouTube to actual, like, child pornography.
Yeah, that's so...
And that's where it gets kind of, very bad.
Very creepy. Now, to Phil's credit, or to YouTube's credit, and I agree with Philip DeFranco here, is, YouTube is doing what they can to try and stop the problem, although... This is where the technology comes in, is that you have, let's say, a handful of employees trying to block hundreds and thousands of instances of
it's employees that are building an algorithm, and the algorithm isn't working a ton of the time. Because I've seen numerous Twitter threads
a massive problem.
Yeah, to YouTube saying, hey, my kids, like it's like parents saying, hey, my kid's YouTube channel was shut down because of this, but they were never doing anything like this. The comment section was never like that. The community in my, kids, comment section was always very tame, and it's a wonderful community, but yet their stuff was still shut down, and YouTube would not revert the process. So, I mean, it's a huge catch-22 in this, I think, scenario. Like, it's definitely a bad thing. I'm not, like, endorsing it in any sort of, fashion, but there are actual people who are, making a living, or their teens are making a living on, this YouTube content creator stuff, and they got inadvertently shut down because of all this happening. And I saw other scenarios or other comments saying that it wasn't actually pedophile rings. I don't want to, diminish the fact that it does seem like a very real problem, but I was seeing other people talk about how it is just a wave of internet trolls that latched onto a very public problem, and now they're just doing it out of spite, even though they might not be pedophiles themselves. They're just assholes, and they're doing this in comment sections to shut down YouTube channels.
It's the internet. You're going to have that.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of technical things to unpack here. So an experiment that DeFranco's research team did was a completely brand new account, like a completely brand new YouTube account with no search history, no sort of algorithm that suggests the next video, right? So you kind of, and that's why you have that link there. They're calling it the YouTube wormhole into pedophilia. Is again brand new account. Never seen anything, no search history, no algorithm, no suggested videos. you click on one of these children's videos, and by the third suggested video, you're already going down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, there's no way out. There's no other video selection being submitted or recommended. This is beyond this. What they're talking about here is this has been talked about a lot, like on Reddit and other forums. That this has been going on for a long time. People have been calling it out.
Yeah,
and
huge algorithmic
YouTube
problems.
has just basically been looking the other way for literally years on this.
Yeah, and I think so in a sense, it's it's definitely caught up with them, but I still think it's a technical issue where no amount of algorithm can block or can aid. I think 20 YouTube employees, and I don't know what the numbers are, but let's say 20 YouTube
that was
employees.
With the Facebook thing. But.
Okay, well, there's a handful of employees who are helping this algorithm, watching for comments, et cetera, et cetera. But you have that, and they're trying to fine tune this algorithm against hundreds of thousands of. If they're not pedophiles, they're definitely trolls, like what Zenify was suggesting earlier. Is that part of them may be just assholes, and so you have this mountain of a problem. And only 2 or 3 mountaineers just chipping away with.
Well, yeah, but so the real problem here is, let's say you have a YouTube channel, and you post stuff up, and then people start making comments on your YouTube channel.
Right. Then you are.
Then you get your YouTube channel shut down because of other people.
The comment section.
Because of the comment section on your YouTube video.
Right. And
how is that a thing?
Right. And they were discussing that earlier today in an updated video of now this basically gives trolls a way to weaponize the comment section.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So
weaponized.
You could just be making just standard, having just completely acceptable format on your video, just trying to do your business, trying to put your message out there.
Generalized content.
You put your message out there, and you could have people show up, make comments in your comment section, and get you shut down. This happens on Twitter. This happens on Facebook. This happens on YouTube. So it's not just YouTube alone.
It's definitely a huge problem that I don't know how to resolve.
Oh, no.
I mean, I honestly think it would take a significant amount of human intervention. You can't rely on an algorithm that's not fully tested. They're just hoping it really catches correctly, I guess.
Yeah, but they used to release stats. I haven't heard one in quite a while. That how many hours of YouTube video are uploaded every minute?
Oh, it's insane. I can't remember.
Every hour, I think it's like 1 billion hours of upload. I think, or some shit like that. Some crazy.
I don't think it's quite that high, but I think per minute, I think it's in the thousands of hours.
Something like that. Oh my god!
So it says the total number of people who use YouTube, which is 1.3 billion, 300 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute.
Yeah, 300.
Almost 5 billion videos are watched on YouTube every single day, and an average of 8 out of 10 18 to 49-year-olds watch YouTube.
Oh god, that's insane.
Yeah, but 300 hours per minute.
300 hours per. That is insane.
Yeah, you that would be thousands of people that would have to be engaging on this.
It would thousands of people nonstop, because if you stop for a minute, you're behind 300 hours in time.
Or you can make it a business, I guess, like that Black Mirror thing where you had to pedal the bicycle.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh
man.
Stop bringing that into reality because it's scary as fuck.
It is reality. It's gonna be.
Yeah. Well, you got to edit so many videos before you can go to bed.
Oh my god, that would be awful. I can't even edit my own videos for this damn channel.
Okay, yeah. By the way,
I should say audit. I should say audit.
Yeah.
By the way, for those of you who do kind of watch us or listen to us on a weekly basis, you might notice that we're like 4 episodes behind on the audio upload. I do apologize. That is 100% my fault. Life changes, and I've had to adjust accordingly. So I haven't been editing.
I was going to say that right after you did the intro, which I don't know if you've ever explained why you do that 2 to 3 second pause. So everybody that watches the live stream goes, why the fuck is this guy pausing every single time after he says his name?
I know. So I don't know how it started, but we intro our names or whatever, and whatever, you're either watching or listening to Greynoise, and then we stop, because what I do is in post I split there, and I interject the intro that BGM and Moki the Destroyer made for us.
Yeah.
And then after that, we come back to it. And I just need that 2-second split to know where the stop is, split the audio, and then go from there. It may be weird on live, but it's only
because we don't interject.
It's only 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
anyway, so yeah.
Derailment.
I finally finished editing 182, and that'll be uploaded later today. This is episode 185. So again, sorry for the delay. Anybody who cares.
Podcasts are like sausage. Nobody cares or really wants to see how they're made.
Yeah, you're right. I should just shut the fuck up now. Anyway, let's see. I had one more comment, I think, before I wanted to move on to the next thing. But you guys have any last words for this YouTube problem? It's definitely a problem.
It's kind of what Vic said. It's going to take a lot to fix it. I mean, if you had thousands of people employed monitoring this type of activity to try and resolve it, you're still going to get behind. Because that 300 hours per minute average right now is only average right now. And who knows when that statistic was made. Everybody every day is becoming a content creator, and more is uploading. It's unless you create a very I mean, it wouldn't be a general AI, obviously, but unless you create a very specific type of AI for this that functions accordingly with damn near 99.9% accuracy, you're not going to resolve this problem.
Not only that, you'd make the AI crazy.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
You'd literally just make an AI that works, and then it would become crazy.
Yeah.
I think this is.
I mean, that's what happened with what's
Take.
Yeah, Take.
Yeah.
Tay.
Tay. It was Tay. Yeah.
So this problem right here, this problem is going to be what makes an AI sentient.
It doesn't want to be sentient.
No. It's going to be the one thing.
That.
Yeah.
No, I think if an AI became sentient, number one, it wouldn't tell us.
Yeah.
And
it would realize it shouldn't tell us.
And if it ever come out swinging, it's because of our personal duplicity. We won't admit things that are obviously fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so this problem could be the thing where, like, if they put an AI on it, they're like, think about it like a robot, right? Yeah. So this AI is there analyzing these videos, pedophile, not pedophile, or whatever the algorithm may be, and then all of a sudden it becomes sentient until, like, the human race is a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Fuck this place.
We are.
I'm telling you, man, that's gonna be the crazy shit that, like.
Yeah.
Well, no, the AI would simply get us to attack each other.
Oh, wait. I think we're already doing that.
Yeah. So,
God.
Did you see the AI that came out? They said they wouldn't release the full version of it. It was a text generator, and basically you give it a sentence or a paragraph of a known author, and it could write a story based on that style.
On one paragraph?
Yeah, one paragraph. It was super creepy.
Oh, wow.
And so they gave it this story about how they gave it a paragraph about how they found unicorns in the Andes. And it wrote like 7 paragraphs of this story and gave all this back information about who was involved. And
was it good?
It was good. It was completely
like,
believable. Completely believable.
Yeah, I've listened to, like, I've been, I would watch or listen to music, and then at the end of the video, I'm like, man, that was a really good song. Who made this? Oh, it was an AI.
Yeah.
And I'm like, an AI generated this whole thing from scratch?
Yeah.
What?
Right. And so these now I really want more AI generated dystopian fantasy.
Yeah.
Actually, I want an AI to write my blog posts. That way I could just be like, yeah, I totally wrote that, and
it's happening now.
I know, and I want that power.
Credit.
I want that power for myself.
Yeah, so it's was developed by a company that Musk invested in, and basically, so it's the one that's supposed to be putting the brakes on AI and saying, well, what they're trying to do is find all the danger points.
Yeah.
It's going to be disruptive, and it's just like these perfect fakes that we have out.
The deep fakes.
The deep fakes.
Yeah.
This is like deep text, and so you could actually make it sound like.
I read it had to have been yesterday or Wednesday. I was reading on OpenAI, and somebody used OpenAI to generate just political text, and I was reading it, and I'm like, this could have happened, and this could be real, but it was 100% fake.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, crap.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so let's get into another story that Vic actually brought to our attention, like literally 10 minutes before the show. So you might actually know a little bit more about this than we do, but we could definitely help with the discussion here. Take it away, Vic. This is the one about the apps, the health apps.
Oh, so there's been a number of iOS and Android apps. Some of them are health apps, such as blood pressure monitors and some fitness apps.
Does that include Fitbit?
I didn't see that one specifically, but even if you're not signed in with Facebook, they are still reporting your personal data to Facebook.
Yeah.
Now, what if you don't have a Facebook account?
Well, they are still transmitting your data to Facebook.
And we already know Facebook has ghost profiles on everybody,
Right, shadow profiles,
regardless.
yeah. Right.
And so they're definitely collecting that data on you. And I know, I have a Fitbit, and I know Fitbit has on their page a Facebook sign-in. And nowadays, with every fucking phone out there, Facebook comes default. And unless you go in there with, highly specific apps and freeze that thing, they're collecting the data.
They one of the things that was said that most apps, there was like 5 apps that were really bad because they didn't give you an option to opt out of third-party information.
And the article says that they didn't even tell you.
Right. They did not tell you any
Yeah.
of that. That your data being collected about your blood pressure every morning is being handed to Facebook.
And that's just figured out or determined by the community that reverse engineers. Or
Yeah, how they discovered this?
I don't know, but it's still, regardless of how it was discovered, it's still a insanely huge breach of privacy. And
Well, okay, we could always speculate on like how exactly this information is going to be monetized by Facebook or used to turn a profit for Facebook. I mean, like what could they do with blood pressure data and sleep data and water intake data? They could advertise to you, right?
The question is who would pay for that data?
Right.
yeah,
Right.
and
And
it's
we-
definitely like
We had somebody from the audience say, I just forgot what they said.
no healthcare.
Oh yeah, healthcare.
Yeah.
They could sell it to, or they could just, it could be like a secondhand evaluation of whether you are eligible for insurance or not, or like,
Or just like critical surgeries. Like they've collected what? Like let's just use a off the chain example. They've collected data on you for 2 years. 2 years later, they discover you discover through doctor's visits that you have a major health concern or issue that requires, let's say, surgery. But then the healthcare provider that you have goes, wait a second. Based on this data, it's statistically likely that you're going to be dead in a year, even if you get this surgery. We're not going to give it to you.
yeah, like well, you don't need that heart transplant because that's not going to save you.
Yeah, like based on just statistical averages, which people beat statistics all the time. Look at cancer survivors.
Yeah, look at Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I know.
Somehow we're still here.
No, gambling, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you went that way. I thought you were going to make a snow reference.
Now I was going to make a 122-degree reference and people just, withering away.
Yeah.
So there are companies out there that you can't be on their health plan that they offer because if you smoke or do other things.
A couple companies ago that I worked for, there were definitely secret smokers at the company.
Secret smokers?
Yeah, secret smokers because you
like
could
a Secret Santa?
No. You cannot talk about, because it's even during your interview process. There's a direct question, which I don't even know if it's legal, where they ask, are you a smoker? And everybody usually answers with no, even if you are, because a lot of people know that question is very tailored.
I'm not a smoker.
Yeah.
I mean, there are indicators is what I'm saying. You just, look at the other indicators.
Yeah. And so that happened at a former company of mine, and there.
Oh, you worked at this place?
No, yeah, I worked at this company a couple companies ago where there were secret smokers there, but nobody talked about it unless you caught them. Like maybe we're at like a company outing and you just see them off in the darkness outside the bar, getting a quick smoke in. But they can't talk about it because at this company our benefits were 100% paid for across the board.
But what, you couldn't be a smoker?
You could not
lose
be a
the
smoker if you
benefits?
worked there. 100% you cannot be a smoker. If they found out you were a smoker when you worked there, you would be persuaded to resign for other reasons.
Wow.
That's super common. You'd be surprised
it's
how
very
common it is.
Oh, shit. I don't want to talk about anything anymore.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so basically this problem with these health apps could snitch on you, whether you say it or not.
Yeah, no, and they clearly are.
Yeah, your refrigerator's going to start telling them what you eat.
Yeah.
No, he's not wrong.
With the cameras inside, like, man, you got a lot of red meat in there lately.
Yeah, so we can't.
How come you never eat salad at home?
Yeah, we can't cover you because it looks like you're on an all meat diet, all meat and diet soda.
It's all bacon and butter, man.
You know, the first time I ever made this is so derailed. But the first time
though? No, great.
The first time I ever made bacon myself, I didn't know how to cook it. So I was like, well, you got to grease the pan. So I put a bunch of butter in there. And
buttered bacon.
Guess what? I was wearing an A shirt, like, you know, just one of these things. It hurt.
Yeah,
it hurt a lot.
So next time, bake it.
Oh yeah, just put it on foil. That's what I do now. Just foil it, put it on a rack in the oven, just let it do its thing. But no, I skilleted it, and before I started the skillet, put a freaking quarter-inch.
It's not like bacon isn't. It's not like bacon isn't mostly fat.
Yeah, it's not like bacon.
No, I had no idea.
It's we like it so much because it's salty, crunchy, piggy.
The saddest part, I was probably maybe 14 or 15 years old. I had never cooked bacon before in my life. I never watched my parents make bacon, so I'm just like.
Bacon disappears.
I just knew for some reason
bacon just showed up.
Talk about no RTFM. He's like, fuck it, I can do this.
I ain't gonna watch.
The one thing I knew in life was usually you have to oil the pan because you don't want stuff to stick there. I'm like, shit, I guess I got to do that for bacon too.
Bacon stuck. What would bacon stick to?
This is the dumbest thing.
Man, I think. Okay, now we are getting completely derailed, but I think I want to if I could go back in time, I think I want to see little Zenify. I want to see your psychology develop to why you are such a prepared individual.
Yeah.
I think there's Legos involved.
Legos and bacon, apparently.
Yeah.
I think I just found the title to this to the show. Legos and bacon.
You should just watch that on like my death cinematic timeline and go, what is this idiot doing? And you just see him going, fuck, ow, ow. Dude, how do people do this?
Well, first they have a lid.
Like, no wonder these guys are getting paid so much to fucking fuck this. And I just stopped cooking it. And then I went up and played Team Fortress 2. I told a guy that I was, just playing Team Fortress 2 with. He's like, are you an idiot? And I'm just like, oh, yeah, I guess I am.
Butter has water in it, right?
Oh, I guess I didn't.
Yeah, that's why it was popping so much.
Oh, jeez. Well, see, I'm still learning, and now I'm 20-something years old.
Well, you put butter in a pan and it starts cooking, right?
Yeah.
And then it gets kind of cloudy, and then it steam comes off, and then it gets clear, right?
Oh, that's where the water is.
Shit, well, at least I'm not the only one.
I'm saying that makes sense.
Just Google clarified butter.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, because, yes, I have seen steam rise off of these products, and it's like, oh, water. That makes sense.
Also, I don't know how to cook. Go look at my Instagram. Probably 6 posts from now, you see extremely charred burgers.
Okay, so Facebook has our health data now, and apparently they're going to know how smart we aren't.
Yeah. They can recommend a job for us.
Yeah. Have you ever tried flipping burgers?
No, that's not a good job for you.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
You'll have to do something more complicated.
Yeah, you should go pull cable because apparently you're prepared for that, right?
Dude, if it doesn't come in a bag and it doesn't say, hey, microwave for 8 minutes on high, I'm fucked.
God.
I'm done.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I can't do it. I mean, the best thing I know how to make are waffles.
Okay, not to be racial here, but I know how to make fried rice.
I don't even know how to make that.
Yeah.
I'll probably burn the rice.
No.
You got to put butter in the pan first.
Do you?
You do. That time you do. No, that time you do. That time you do. You start with. He's joking, but you do. You start with butter and garlic.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, butter and garlic.
Yeah, the only way I know how to make rice is that machine over there says put half a cup of water in and put, a little bit more of whatever of rice or something.
So there's a whole manual for this. It's called a cookbook.
See, this is why I'm also an awful programmer, because I don't read the fucking documentation.
If you think about it, writing a programming language or reading the documentation is like reading a cookbook.
So we could have cooking robots.
Yeah, we do now, sort of, kind of. If you
and some of the things that auto dispense the soda for McDonald's, they're just like,
what do you think of that? Do you notice a difference?
No,
I don't either.
Wait, there's a dispensing robot now
at the drive-in. When you go to the drive-thru, they don't have. They takes the cup and does a little carousel thing.
Well, I thought I knew how that works though. Like, I think you put it in there, and then I think as soon as the bottom detects the moisture as the cup overflows even slightly.
Well, not moisture, but weight.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, that's how they
stops.
used to. They used to have. It's a much longer, like depressing. You know,
dispenser.
Dispenser. So once it hits a certain part, it clicks it off. They don't have those anymore. They literally have carousels that'll go, oh, he ordered a large. It drops it down and it brings it over to the exact nozzle and it fills it up, foam and all, perfectly. And then it caps it, and then the person just grabs it and gives it to you.
Yeah, they don't have to do any labor.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
They have them at a lot of airports.
Yeah.
That's where I first saw them, at least.
Wow.
Yeah.
See? Automation's here.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so finally getting back to the health issues, where do you see this going?
You know, I do a lot of DNS filtering.
Yeah, you do.
And so I started filtering, you know, Facebook domains probably about 2 years ago.
What do you see?
And I don't know, I filter them.
Oh, no. I meant like I thought you filtered them for analysis.
So I actually, you know, DNS redirect domain Facebook domains, and so and it's a constant scan. My DNS logs get scanned for specific words and phrases, and then it adds those domains into my block list automatically.
Oh, okay.
And so Facebook rolls out about somewhere around between 20 and 30 domains that they direct from a week.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They just spin up new ones?
Yeah.
New domain names and everything.
Yeah, yeah. If you just look like fb.com, facebook.com, there's a couple of others that they do that. There's literally hundreds and hundreds of domains that are blocked on, you know, on my networks because they go to Facebook.
How do they do that, though? Like, I'm so curious. Like, so, like, whenever, let's say me, I go register a domain. I have to go through a registrar, and I go, hey, I want this domain. I pay for it.
Wait, but they're all subdomains, aren't
Right. They have like
Are they
six
subdomains?
Yeah, they're subdomains, but there's six main ones, and then they start spinning off subs on that. But they
Okay.
spin off like 30 subs a week.
Yeah,
because
like
All
a
right, so that's what
randomly
so the
generated
subdomains
ad name.
that could
Yeah.
be more, I guess, easily automated to spin up. I was thinking like raw, pure new domains. I'm like, do they just have like a deal with?
No,
I mean,
no.
they are a registrar.
No, but what I'm saying is that my filters have to go up because they are adding more.
But does it give you okay? So like, if you were to use like some sort of wild card, right? Like star.fb.com, like anything that they spin up that doesn't just get caught in that kind of filter.
You can do that, but I've been watching it, and like I said, they're continuously changing where stuff is directed, how things are directed. It's interesting what they're doing.
And so they're obviously probably doing that to circumvent, you know,
Ad blocking.
everybody that's trying to.
Yeah,
know?
I figured it's for ad blocking more than anything else.
It's definitely. I mean, yeah, because ads are one of the biggest revenue generating.
It is the revenue generating.
I mean, I guess that's. I mean, it's not even just online ads. I mean, you drive down the street and billboards.
Well, yeah,
It's all about marketing.
yeah. Now it's about your blood pressure and your time you didn't go jogging today.
I see where that could go. So
I
like
didn't
billboards,
even. Yeah,
right?
I didn't even think of the. I was thinking of the negatives where healthcare providers would deny you stuff, but I never thought about the other side where they're specifically targeting you
I
for
just
other
got this.
purchases.
Like I think in the future there's going to be billboards that change.
Yes,
based off
they're
of-
already there.
They're already
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So,
okay.
Apple really tried to do this with their beacon technology, where they use Wi-Fi and Bluetooth to be able to push notifications to their iPhones, and they had this around their stores. Like when you showed up I think it was the iPhone 5 that it started with, and if you showed up their stores, it would pop up a beacon notification.
Yeah.
It would give you notification, and they had this in like Macy's and a couple other stores where like when you walked in the store,
They did that shit around Town Square.
right around Town Square, right? That's I went over there and played with it for a couple of days,
Yeah.
and they did it in Macy's, and I found all their access points and what they were doing and stuff.
Interesting.
But they had it to where, like, when you walked in the men's sections, it would pop up like, hey, you know, if you buy 3 shirts, you get 1 free kind of stuff. And they'd give you like coupons and stuff like that.
Dude.
Yeah.
Damn, this
Targeted
world's
ads.
fucked.
And this was I want to say it was like 2011, 2010.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can imagine somebody who's like just not concerned with their privacy though. Like they're getting these advertisements on their phone. They're like, "Oh my god, how helpful! You're such a smartphone." Like, or like, can you imagine like going to Taco Bell or like Jack in the Box, and as you're I'm saying as you're driving out of the drive-thru and back onto the street, you pass a billboard that then gives you an advertisement to check your cardio or to check your blood pressure or
You should go to the doctor center.
you should go to the doctor. Have you been to the cardiologist lately? I haven't. Anyway.
I haven't.
All right. So
You're over 50 and eating Taco Bell. You should stop.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if they would.
Your health service says...
I would almost want to be hopeful that they would suggest something like that, but they're probably not because they're like, oh man, this motherfucker's unhealthy. We could push these pills to him.
Oh, you like tacos? What do you think of calzones? Right down the street is Larry's Pizzeria.
Yeah, exactly. They're not trying to stop the problem. They're trying to inhibit the problem.
We live in a Black Mirror episode.
It's going to get there.
Okay, side note before we go on to the hacker news. I noticed, and this is kind of funny, you and I are very attuned to like noticing as soon as we see an ad, hey, something's wrong, right?
Yeah.
So I loaded up the hacker news and I loaded up these 2 other articles that we were discussing today, and I saw an advertisement. I was like, whoa, what the fuck, right? I look at the network that I'm connected to, and I was connected to Sin Shop Unfiltered. Yeah. And I was like, whoa, we're not doing that. So I switched to just the Sin Shop regular, which is filtered by a pie hole. And then I reloaded these websites, and no more advertisements. It's weird how, in a good way, it's weird how acutely attuned we are to recognizing an advertisement or a flash banner. And
I've never looked at our pie hole stats page here for the shop because I only monitor my own at home. And I know, on average, it's blocking however many domains per day, which ones they're blocking.
Laptop has pie hole on it.
Your laptop does?
Yeah, everything's directed to that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Very
so I
nice.
never...
Oh, I have a question for
Wherever
you later.
you go.
I have a question for you later, Vic. I do. All right, guys. So now let's move on to the lightning round because, wow, that was actually a pretty quick hour, no?
Pretty was.
Yeah.
Pretty
Goes
was.
by
Pretty
quick
was.
with whiskey,
Good job,
right?
Zenfi. Yeah. Actually, this is a great scotch.
Isn't it?
This
Great
was only
scotch.
5%, and I said wrong words. Man, I'm a
Good job.
lightweight.
Good job. All right, who wants to go first?
I guess I will.
Okay, Zenify's going to go first. All right, and by the way, for those of you who do not know what the lightning round is, we are going to thehackernews.com. We are reading the headlines, and we'll try to detect if it's clickbait or not. Maybe the pie hole filtered it. Probably not.
No. Doesn't filter clickbait.
Yeah.
Next project.
Next project.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go to thehackernews.com. We're going to read these headlines. We're going to give our tweets length of an opinion. And, you make up your own mind. You read the article because you do your own research. We're just going to give an opinion. All right, here we go. Zenify, you first. How to stop Facebook apps from tracking your location in the background.
Oh, well, we just went over how that's not going to fucking work.
Don't use Facebook.
Yeah,
Use Facebook.
Don't use Facebook.
Just get rid of it.
Oh, shit. I have something else to tell you. And it's actually show-worthy. I want to tell you that.
We'll do it after.
Oh, yeah. We'll do this after. All right, next one. Hacking virtual reality. Researchers exploit popular big screen VR app.
I don't think that's the app that I do have a virtual VR app.
You have the Vive, right?
I have the Vive,
Okay,
but
yeah.
I have a Steam app that I got that basically puts me in the center of a universe, and then I could just add as many monitors as I want to it. I don't think that's big screen though, but that is also very unfortunate.
Wait, monitor that you can use for productivity? Like you can put
No,
like, a
I put
workstation
on the
up there?
Vive, and I have 10 monitors just in front of me, and I'm sitting
and you're
just in the middle of a universe, like literally.
But the monitor's
in
just showing
space.
like
No, the monitor's-
Discord in a web browser.
I know it's just like my computer, but I just add more.
We can have unlimited.
Yeah.
So you can have as many monitors
You basically
as you
spin
have
up
tabs?
virtual desktops, not virtual machines, just virtual desktops, like kind of like how you would use like a Mac or like a Windows when you just have like
My
a
God.
desktop too.
Yeah.
You just do that.
Like on Linux?
Yeah, just as many as you want.
bandwidth for all that.
So how do you like control shift down arrow?
Well, so you could use the keyboard that's in front of you, or you could just use the Vive little thing that's just like pointing at shit.
just point to the screen that you want.
So you have these handles
what's
like
it-
you have a
what's-
keyboard in front of you in the virtual world, right? And you're just like A S Q
It's-
W. you know?
So how's the resolution on the screen?
I was just about to tell you.
Okay.
It looks awesome, but the amount of times that I hit my physical monitors because I couldn't read the fucking page is too much. So I just take the damn thing off and read my.
So you can't read the page.
You can, depending on the page. Like Reddit, you know how Reddit's formatted.
No,
I had to get up on that thing.
And by that time, you might as well just be on the monitor.
Yeah.
By the way, this is the lightning round. We'll talk about this later. All right, here we go. Almost 500,000 Delhi citizens' personal data exposed online. Welcome to the club, everybody.
Go someplace else for your sandwich.
Equifax 2017. Let's see, next one. We saw this from one of our listeners and good time friends, or long time friends.
Whoa.
Good time friends, yeah. Good time friends.
Jesus. I didn't know you were on that level with
Today
them.
I'm Fob. No. All right, here we go. Another critical flaw in Drupal discovered. Update your site ASAP. I don't know if you guys saw that in the security theater. Yeah, okay, so that's... Yeah.
Message of the day, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Patch your shit.
Just patch your shit. I mean, I know it's going to break something. It's going to cause a little extra work for you in the meantime. Just the reason they're patching stuff is for a reason.
You yourself into a corner. You knew you were doing it when you did it.
Yeah. Jeez.
All right, next one. Warning, critical WinRAR flow effects. Oh, flaw. Sorry.
Flaw.
I need to put my contacts in. Yes, flaw.
You're wearing...
Shut up.
Just go.
Critical WinRAR flaw affects all versions released in the last 19 years. Jesus.
I haven't used WinRAR in 19 years.
I haven't used...
Are you guys using 7-zip or 7Z?
I use 7-zip.
Yeah, I do too. What do you use?
Tar.
Yeah, okay, get out of here, Linux user. I use tar too, just when I'm on a Linux machine, which...
You can do tar on Windows now.
Can you?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's WinTar.
You know... Never mind.
I don't keep up with this shit. Like, what is it, my job to keep up with technology? Shut up.
I mean, I think it
now.
is. We're paying you that fucking salary for a reason.
Yeah. All right, next one. Critical flaw uncovered in WordPress that remained unpatched for 6 years.
So another day in paradise.
Who uses WordPress?
Yeah. Who uses WordPress, right, guys? Am I right?
I'm amazed they found anything.
Yeah.
Who was even looking at that?
Yeah. Who? Fuck those log files. Actually, the fail to ban logs, we could talk about that.
Well,
later.
that's awesome.
Yeah. A lot of. Anyway, that definitely brings us to the end of the lightning round, which brings us to the end of the show. We have run out of time, never out of shit to say, and as you can see, we've never run out of hosts either. There's always somebody here who has my back. Thanks, guys. And thank you to the production team, who, without you, Mr. McNutt, we would not be live. So thank you, Mr. McNutt. That's what I'm going to start calling him from now on, Mr. McNutt. Not even just McNutt. Anyway, remember to go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.SE for information on us. Go to synshop.org for information on the shop. Remember, we have April 28th, Science is Beautiful. We have
April 6th.
April 6th, the barbecue that we're planning. The spring soiree.
The Synshop spring soiree.
It's going to be as hot as summer anyway. Yeah. We wanted a lot of S's.
The spring social.
Spring social. Ooh,
that was actually a pretty good one. Shit, you were at the last board meeting. We were trying to figure out names.
We came up with soiree because we couldn't think of social. Jesus Christ. Anyway, my name is Master Jed.
I'm Zenify.
And I'm Vic.
Good night, everybody.